This is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy, and I'm going to do a follow-up video on my assessor audit in the town of Manlius the other day on the 16th of August 2022. And before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to, again, the Long Island audit, the civil rights lawyer. These are all YouTube channels. The Erie County Audit, he's been doing a great job. And like I said, the civil rights lawyer on YouTube, they've got a lot of good information on holding government accountable, so I highly recommend them. So anyway, I'm going to proceed with what transpired in the town of Manlius. I went in there with my camera set up to see about a FOIL request that had not been filled, and to assess to audit the assessor. And I've been dealing with him for 4 years, and he tends not to be very cooperative. So I audited the assessor, the Board of Assessment Review, and the FOIL process, and I'm going to talk about the town's response to my concerns, and I'm going to give him a grade. So I'll talk about the grade right now. The assessor is he's an F. The FOIL process remains to be seen to see if they can. The problem is the hearing. I spoke to a hearing officer, Debbie Witzel, and all along she's been great, very responsive. But the thing is that she has to just provide me the data that the assessor provides her, and she doesn't really have control over what he does. And but what I'd like to see is for somebody in the town to communicate to the assessor that it's New York state law that he needs to provide this data. He can't be delaying it. He can't refuse to provide it. But that's what he does constantly. And as I mentioned in the previous video, one time he says, when I asked him for my FOIL data, he says, "Mike, I'm not interested in giving you the gun to shoot me in the head with," which was an admission to the evasion of FOIL. That's how he rolls, and that's why he gets an F. That, amongst other reasons, he has just customer service skills. He's got people skills. He's got a variety of issues. He is experienced. He does know technically the business, but perhaps I'm not certain what the deal is. But he doesn't seem to. His job is to do mass assessment techniques. But if property owners bring issues to his attention, it's his job to look into them in good faith and to have an opinion of value. He doesn't have to agree, and he should politely point them to their appeal options if he disagrees. But that's not what he does. He likes to fight. He likes to delay FOILs. He likes to be uncooperative in general. So the assessor gets an F. As far as the FOIL process, Debbie's been great all along. She was really great the other day. But somebody's got to compel this guy to come up with the data. So that's the issue with the FOIL. I can't give the town an A for FOIL compliance when I haven't had any FOIL compliance. So, I give Debbie an A, but I give the rest of the process, an F. But there's hope that they can change after I had the results. As far as the Board of Assessment Review, we spoke with the town supervisor, John Deere, about only giving people 5 minutes. It's infuriating to people. Excuse me. And I think that he agreed that that's an issue. And it was also an issue that the Board of Assessment Review doesn't provide actual decisions. They just check boxes and say denied, essentially. In one decision, they said that the assessment of the assessor, or the appraisal of the assessor, was superior to that provided by the taxpayer. And I foiled the submissions that the assessor provided the Board of Assessment Review, and of course they gave me nothing because I don't think there was anything. So the Board of Assessment Review, I'm going to give them, say, a D, and the assessor is a very solid F. So D plus for the Board of Assessment Review. As far as how the town handled My audit, I really didn't know what to expect, when I walk in there unannounced. What was really amazing to me is that I relayed my concerns about the foil to Debbie, and she was prepared to drop everything she was doing to work on it, to give it to me on that spot. And I didn't need her to do that. I just needed it within a reasonable time so I could have it for my hearings coming up. But she dropped what she was doing, and she tried to do the right thing and help out. So again, she gets an A. And then she introduced me to John Deere, the supervisor's administrative assistant, Susie. And Susie was very nice, and we all had a chat, and they allowed me to walk through the building, and that was great. And they didn't freak out like sometimes do, when they see a camera. They didn't call the cops on me or anything, which I was wondering about that. We had a nice, cordial conversation. So the supervisor came in and had a nice long chat, and he listened. He didn't. Some supervisors or mayors in this particular situation might use it as a self-promotion opportunity, and he didn't really do that. He was just great. He seemed to listen to everything that is I was saying. I like to think that he did. He appeared to, and we'll see if we won't know about the Board of Assessment review changes until next year, and see if there's any change with the assessor. So time will tell. But as far as him taking the time to listen, I thought he was fantastic, and I think the video demonstrates that. I apologize for some of the off-frame video. It was my first day with my gimbal. I'll try to do better, but I think overall you could hear what he was saying, you could hear what I was saying, and I think it went extremely well. So I was very pleased with the town of Manlius' response to my audit. But again, there's a lot of work needs to be done with that assessor. I don't know. It's just a serious customer service issue. It's not just me. The people that I've represented, as an example, as I mentioned before, I'm the legal representative for a bunch of taxpayers, and he doesn't seem to want to honor that. And his job to look into these things, and he can't do it if he doesn't talk to me about it. So just serious issues with the assessor that need to be corrected, or they need to get a new assessor. I'm not looking to get anybody fired, but we do need somebody to do the job properly. If he's not responding to people, then they need to get somebody who will. So I guess it's up to the assessor. Like I said, he's got the technical capability to do the job. He just needs to do the job, and somebody needs him to do that job. But again, I was very pleased with their response. Time will tell. I'll do follow-up videos to see if there's any changes have been made, and we'll just hope for the best. After the constant battles I've had with this assessor, I didn't know what to expect when I went into the town hall, because I didn't really interact with anybody else other than Debbie. Debbie was always good, so I really didn't know what to expect. But they could not have been more cordial, and they responded, as far as I'm concerned, exactly the way they should. So I thought that was very encouraging. So there you have it. This is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy, addressing his audit of the town of Manlius Assessor, Board of Assessment Review, and FOIL process. Thank you very much.